When I put this together before, I assume I'd have to be taking it apart again. In there's some nasty, cloudy gas. Still has some gas in it, so I'm gonna go dump it out. We'll be right back. Alrighty. Got it all, well, a decent amount of it out of there. Kind of came out like apple juice, kind of a brown, reddish color. Orangish, whatever you want to call it. A similar look as apple juice. I don't know if I'll be able to let you see in there, but yeah, I can get a pretty good shot in there. But down there at the bottom, it's pretty rusty. That's a low spot in the tank. But it's not as bad as it had been, but there's still little bits coming off of the side here and there and stuff, so. And then in, can't really get it for you, in the little cup up top, it's rusty too. So I'm going to dig around in there with a rag for a little bit. Screwdriver. Get as much out of there as I can. As much gas and as much dirt. And pour some of that chemical in there, whatever it actually has in it, I don't know. It says it's non-toxic. You can see remnants there on the rag. Not too bad. Not as bad as it was before. So. Got most of the gas out of it. Little chunks of rust still in there, so. Here goes. This comes out looking like kind of yellowish. I'm going to use most of the bottle on this just because the rust goes quite a bit up the side. Alrighty. Let that soak in there for at least a few hours, probably overnight would be better, so put a little bit in that cup up top of the pickup. Just like that. See what we can do. Gas is still on the bottom of there. I can go through these carburetors with you. They're fairly easy to work on. You just got to pull the motor out of these kinds of tillers because the bolt for the bottom of the tank is right there at the bottom of the block, and the bottom of the block is right there, so you have no way of getting in back here because of that. And this is the second or third rototiller that I've had that's made like this. They actually have to pull the motor to get the tank off. This one actually already has a broken off bolt. in the exhaust. But you got to get in there to that one, and that one there is impossible to get to with the tank on. You can get a wrench on it, but that's slow and painful for me. So I just find it's easier just to pull the motor out and do it this way. That's the new pickup tube I put in it. There's the other pickup for that little cup in the top of the tank. Kill wire, and then this goes on the little back side. Right. Let's see, it goes on. I think it goes on that one. Right there. So, well, like I said, they're fairly easy to work on. And then over here, you got 4 screws, 4 flathead screws on this one. I've seen them with Torx. I've seen them with Phillips. Flathead, you know. And then there's just a little diaphragm in there that lets the kind of pumps the gas up with the suction of the motor. It just has 2 little check valve sort of things in it. So they're pretty simple. The only problem with them is you got to have new gaskets. If you have old gaskets and they don't seal real well, you might as well forget it, because you're trying to pull gas from down here up to here, and if you don't have an airtight seal, there's no way in hell you're going to get gas from there to there. And you also have decent compression on your motor, otherwise you're not going to get good enough suction to get gas up there. So with those things in mind, they're really easy to work on. A lot of them have a lot more complex choke linkage than this one. You'll have a cable that runs up to your handle, and then you have your adjustment screw here. You can also take out the nut behind it that actually sits in. I'll take it out. That's what it should look like. This one actually has a little ring there on the top. So there's a little O-ring in behind there, and a little washer. But like I said, they're fairly simple to work on. I also had to do a recoil rework on this one. I had to. The recoil didn't work right, and then the rope broke. So I put new rope on it, took the recoil out, cleaned everything up in there, lubed everything, and then also the ratchet system in the part of the flywheel didn't want to catch every time, so I had to go in there and clean that all up. I used some of my Purple Power cleaner and just let it soak a little bit, and then brushed it, cleaned it up, and then just put oil in it, some real thin oil, so that the balls would fall into their hole real easy. So, like I said, this one was running, it just was running bad. It was getting little bits of dirt and stuff in there. You can see on the bottom of the screen there's a lot of little bits of stuff. I'll take that whole tube off then and clean it up. So, thanks for watching. Probably by tomorrow I'll do another video for this after that's been soaking for a while. Put her all back together, see if we can get her to run. Thanks for watching, guys.